Hey, this is James Pelton. I hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. I just wanted to do a quicker video today. Not necessarily going over one of my strategies, but just kind of letting you guys know. I believe there was a rug pull on one of the projects that I had been investing in. And if you're not familiar with what a rug pull is, this is happening a lot in the crypto world, but basically it's a project that spins up and a lot of people get invested, a lot of people put some money in, and then the creators of it basically take the money and run away. So it's kind of like if you're staying on a rug and then it's pulled out from underneath you. This has actually been happening in a lot of projects, a lot of coins. I don't know if you're familiar with the squid coin. I might just pull it up here just so you can kind of see what happened with that one. But this was uh, another coin where this happened also, where it just kind of it got built up and the price went way up and then it just crashed. So you can't see it super great there, but basically the price went up. They thought this was a real coin. It's based on the show The Squid Game, if you haven't seen that. But the price of the coin was going up. It was up to $30. Then the price of the coin actually got, I think the max was over $600 a coin. And then what happened was the creator of this owned most of the coin, and when he saw it was up at $600, he just sold it all. And so then you can see in the course of about an hour, it went from $600 down to less than a cent. So all those people that were invested in this project lost their money, and since it's recovered a little bit, it was up to a quarter, but again, it was up at $600 for a day there. This happened on, looks like November 1st. So, anyways, this has happened on one of my projects, actually a project I did a video on. And in the project, I said to be skeptical. So this BUSD miner, this BUSD, and then I was in a WBNB miner. This is a type of project that's been spinning up a lot recently. But these things where, if you remember in my video, I talked about how you put a little bit in, then you can either reinvest it each day, or you can start to take it out, and the contract, when it runs out, it's basically over. And it was giving this BUSD miner was giving a 12% return daily, which is very high. So I had put in just $400 into this because I knew how that doesn't seem super legitimate. I put the risk score at a 1 out of 10 because I was like, okay, this does not seem super legit. So then today when I went to collect my reward, if you go to busdminer.co, the website's just gone. So, and the same with WBNBminer.co, and there was a ShibaMiner.co also. All these just got shut down. So it's hard to know exactly whether it was a rug pull where they just got the contract and then they just took off, or maybe they are having a website problem of some kind. But I feel like my money's probably gone in that one. Now, fortunately, I had only put a little bit of money into these projects because they seemed fishy to me. And actually, I had been collecting money out, so I think I got $300 out of my $400 back on this one. So I only ended up losing $100. But I think it's just a good lesson, that these projects can be very risky, and there's a lot of these rug pulls happening. So I do just want to go through kind of what to look for, where you can be more confident that it's not a rug pull. And so the first thing that you should look at is the team that's behind the project. So for BUSD Miner, for example, that particular one, there was no team. Like, you went to their website and they didn't talk about who they were or what they were doing. So I'm going to use as a counter example for something that I'm confident is not a rug pull is what I have a lot of my money in, which is the Strong nodes. Um, so the first thing you notice about when you go to the Strong website is they talk about their project, like what they're out to do. They have partners, so that's a big thing to look for, is who's and verify. Don't just believe, oh, they put on their website that they're partners with Bitcoin.com and with these different networks, DAO Maker. Um, but you can actually go to these websites and verify, hey, they are partnered with Strong Block. Most of these projects that are legitimate they'll have announcements where they're talking about new things they have going on and what they're what they're planning on doing and what their future plans are. This one even, talks about beware of scams and things like this. But the biggest thing that I look for is actually the team that's building it. So this team, for example, says the three guys who are behind the Strongbot network, and you can actually even put their LinkedIn information. So like you can go look up these people like David Moss, and you can even get, okay, he lives in Los Angeles. You can see where he's worked before. He's been the CTO at several places, VP at People Jam's a slightly bigger company. So you can see these people. Use David Moss, Brian Abramson, Corey Lederer. So if there was a rug pull of some kind, you'd know exactly who to go find. Like you could go to their house. I don't recommend this, but you go to their house and say, "Hey, I've invested 70K with you. Why this happened?" And that doesn't mean that Strong is going to fail. Strong. Everything in the crypto world is a little bit. You just don't know what's going to happen. Like Strong, I bought Strong at 800, and I bought a lot of it. I set up 10 nodes, which you had to buy 10 a piece, and it's down at 586. You can see over the last 30 days it's down 30%. So I'm still making about 1600. You make about you get about 30 Strong. Is what I'm getting. So I'm still making quite a bit from it, but it's not as lucrative as when I first started. So you can still lose money, but I'm confident it's not a rug pull like this BNB miner is. So if you put money into this BNB miner, and this is actually a different one that is still going, but if you put money into this one, I am sorry, and hopefully this can protect you from future things to look into projects a little bit bigger, especially if I put a 1 out of 10. The Spartacus project, maybe I'll talk about tomorrow, but I'm putting that at a 1, 2. Again, you just don't know what's going to happen with it. I have a couple that are more at a 2, although Clima I'm a little bit more comfortable with now. I put up at a 4 on the risk factor. So, but just wanted to have this video just to remind you to do your research, look into things, and don't get rug pulled. So thank you for watching.